My name is William Pessoa. I'm a principal at Monad Solutions, a leading provider of Oracle Policy Automation consulting services in the world. I'm here today to speak on the third part of Oracle's FastCast series on OPA and introduce a new exciting product developed in partnership with eClad's integrated software solutions that helps not only the oil and gas sector on audit and regulatory compliance, but other sector with similar offline inspection needs. Before we dive into it, let's take care of a few housekeeping items. This is a demo and should be treated as such. Furthermore, Oracle Policy Automation and Siebel are Oracle Corporation products, and they're mentioned throughout this presentation. Now that that's out of the way, if you have watched the first two parts of this series, you were introduced to Monad Solutions. We are a cross-pillar, cross-industry CX consulting partner focusing on all CX products, but with a primary emphasis in Oracle Policy Automation. We also provide expert services in Siebel CRM and integration to Oracle CRP products. eClad is a Oracle partner with an emphasis in customer mobility solutions, systems integration, global IT outsourcing, infrastructure, and staffing. Our capabilities complement each other nicely. Both companies have dozens and dozens of references of satisfied customers globally. With that said, as I mentioned earlier in this presentation, this is the third of a three-part FastCast series, and its goal is to demonstrate an offline audit and regulatory compliance tool in a disconnected mode. Therefore, in the remaining of this 15-minute window, we will show how Oracle Policy Automation being leveraged as a hub for inspection and regulatory compliance in a disconnected environment can help companies of any size save money by optimizing their process and minimizing risk by increasing ease of compliance. We will show a mobile inspection interview that operates both in a connected and disconnected mode, with assessments being synchronized to a remote system. The system of choice here is Siebel CRM. In the coming slide, I will be talking a little bit about the components that drive this solution. Within the mobile app, there are four basic components. One, a SQLite database to store everything locally. Two, a OPA mobile app, which through the means of the mobile SDK we embed inside Monad's mobile application. Number three, Monad's mobile application, which encapsulates everything into one single user experience. Four, a service layer to communicate with the system that the app is integrating to while in connected mode. One interesting note is that the SQLite database in this case stores not only the session data for OPA, but anything else that we need to store in order to optimize the user process. For demo purposes, the accounts that the user is leveraging these interviews will remain in the mobile app for quick access while in disconnected mode. The user will be able to resume and start new inspections quickly and efficiently without having to re-enter the account information or synchronize it from the server. We'll show how this is done during our demo. As a satellite system, we chose to leverage Siebel CRM. Our original app was connected to a 100% custom system through a service-oriented architecture. We did so in order to demonstrate its flexibility. However, in this specific case, we feel that Siebel CRM will give us a much more Oracle-centric picture. On the Siebel side, we're leveraging a modified out-of-the-box web service to receive the message from the mobile device and synchronize the data in the online system and its respective database. No customizations were made to Siebel at all. The idea is to have innovation without disruption. In summary, the building blocks on the top of the screen are the mobile app developed by Monad Solutions in partnership with eClad Integrated Software Solutions. And the bottom is a Siebel out-of-the-box with minor configuration performed by Monad Solutions. Well, this concludes our overview. Now let's get to the fun stuff. I'm going to start by showing a little bit of the rules and moving over to the app and so on and so forth. So let's have some fun. Here are our rules, the rules we're enabling inside OPA. There's different types of inspections: drill site, training, mud pump, mud mixing area, and last but not least, materials handling. So all these are, straight out from one of the documentations we had on site. Subsequently, we're going to flow through the app in different modes. As you can see, where I'm going to start with the hub settings, then take a little bit of look on how accounts behave, and then last but not least, go through a set of interviews, trying to save sessions and resume them. First thing we have to do in our app is make sure we can connect to our hub. And this is very simple. We go to hub settings, put our hub information, our login information, and click text connect to make sure we can get access to the hub. And if we can, we get a successful message. Next, I would like to demonstrate how the application behaves in a connected and disconnected mode and what cues we have as a user to know in which mode we are. Here we can see on the top right corner a green light. This indicates that we are currently connected by Wi-Fi, mobile data, or both. Next, we're going to simulate losing connection by turning off both types of connectivity, both mobile data and Wi-Fi. This would simulate us getting to a remote area that there's no connectivity whatsoever. The application will behave, adapt, and turn into a red dot, which indicates we're completely offline at this moment. Should we regain connectivity either on Wi-Fi or mobile data, at least one of them, the application will automatically adapt, recognize, and go into online mode by indicating that we're on the green light. Here you go. Okay, now let's take a look at the preconditions of our app. So basically we're going to Siebel and looking at the accounts that we have out there, just to show that Mr. Lube, for instance, which is a fictitious account, does not have any service requests, which is basically where our inspection reports will go into. So as you can see here, there are no service requests. Okay, so we noticed that Mr. Lube didn't have any inspections. So let's go ahead. We're going to our mobile app at this point. We're going to make sure that we get disconnected. As we can see, the green light's still on. So we're going to turn off our connectivity to simulate that we went into a site that does not have any type of network whatsoever. So as we can see, the light's going to go red pretty soon. And it has. So let's start by starting an interview from scratch. So let's go ahead and click begin and start entering information for Mr. Lube, which is the account we found in Siebel that does not have any inspections at this moment. We're about to actually start the inspections for Mr. Lube, and we're entering all the information from scratch on purpose, as if this is an inspector that wasn't aware that this account is out there. So as we enter all the account information, we're ready to start our application or inspection. And so let's go ahead and do an inspection on mud pump area. So we can see that all our questions are the ones straight out of the document that we're reviewing, but for the sake of this demo, let's go ahead and save the session. I don't have time to finish my inspection right now. I need to come back later. And note that I'm completely disconnected. And so a few hours passed by, I came back. There's Mr. Lube under my accounts. I would like to go ahead and resume my inspection. So I'm going to click on Mr. Lube, fictitious account. There is the address that I entered earlier. And there is the button for me to resume my interview. I can see that all the questions that I had previously answered are still there. I can go ahead and finish my interview and submit it for review. Let's see what assessment I have. I can see that I finished my inspection, and the mud pump area status is compliant. So this is good news for Mr. Lube. So let's go ahead and start another one, a little bit different this time. Let's go ahead and create the account from our account screen and then feed the interview with that account. So let's go ahead and create a new account. Mr. Oil inspection. I'm going to start speeding up this so to make sure we get all this information very quickly. Note that we're doing this not in an interview, where purposely the controls are slightly different. You see there was no pick for the state. So we're going to go create this account. Now it actually was created without ever having had an interview before. So we're going to click on it. You can see the information is there. Instead of resume, let's start a new interview. And we can see that the session was preceded with all the account information already in there. Go ahead and do two instances here. One for mud pump. Do the interview. And then another instance for a secondary inspection for mud mixing. Let's make one of these not compliant. Let's save this session. Leave, come back and try to resume the one that's missing. And we can see we started straight from the second interview as opposed to the first one. This was the one that was pending. Go ahead and finish all the items and submit this application. And we can see that both assessments are there. However, the mud mixing is obviously not compliant. Okay, so there's one more thing for us to do now. Just have to reestablish connectivity. Make sure we're connected and see how the data is synchronized up to Siebel. So we reestablish connectivity and we're gonna get a green light. We're good to go. Let's check Siebel. Okay, let's first take a look at Mr. Lube. Let's go down to Mr. Lube's service requests. As we can see, there is a compliant mud pump inspection, just like our interview. Now let's take care of Mr. Oil Inspection Company. Let's see if we had the same type of outcome. We should have two service requests, one compliant and one non-compliant. Let's get down to their service requests. And sure enough, mud mixing non-compliant and a mud pump compliant. This concludes our live demo. Now that you guys have seen our mobile app, I just want to thank you for your time. Pass on our contact information. My name again is William Pessoa. I'm one of the principals at Monad Solutions, jointly with John Gabriel from eClad Integrated Software Solutions, who has helped me put this together. Special thanks to Jeff and Rama for helping us on the technical side of things. And of course, thank you so much, Oracle, for giving us the opportunity to be able to present in this Fastcast series. Look forward to the next one. This was the third and final part of the Monad Fastcast series, OPA Mobile Offline Audit and Regulatory Compliance Solution for Oil and Gas. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to visit us at OpenWorld at our booth WL2-038. Feel free to contact us for any other information and look forward to meeting you all. Thank you. Again, my name is William Pessoa, Mona Solutions.